Today we're going to be talking about 5 stories, 5 news articles that we may have missed. One dealing with your money, one dealing with our military, and some dealing with the incompetence of this administration. Let's jump into it today. As a prepper, as someone who wants to live sustainable, these stories matter. Our goal is to work together to try to figure out how we can move further with our freedom, with our liberty, but also taking care of our family. It's very important that we know things that's going on and don't miss what is happening around us. Let's jump into it. Today's video starts right now. Hey guys, welcome to the Max. Thank you so very much for being here today. Today is giveaway day. We're going to be giving away this right here. So this is a Christmas bundle. It's got coffee in it. It's got one of our shirts in it. It's also got some fire starters in it. It's a wonderful Christmas gift that we want to give to you to say thank you. So basically, all you have to do is just subscribe to the channel, give us a thumbs up, comment below in the chat, and you are entered in today's video. We will give it away. We're actually going to be doing a live this evening. So come back. We'll be giving that away after this video. Later on this evening, we will do that, so please don't forget the live that's going to be happening in just a few hours. Now on to the stories for today. First story, it has come out that the global economy, the world, is in $97 trillion worth of debt. Global government debt is projected to hit $97.1 trillion, and that is a 40% increase just since 2019. So do you see the projection we're at there? It's unbelievable to me. And see, this is just governments. This is not talking about the people's money. This is government debts. Governments introduced sweeping financial measures to support job markets and prevent waves of bankruptcy during the lockdowns. Now, do you see how the lockdowns have now affected not the health part of it, the financial well-being? Kind of sounds like a reset, doesn't it? Listen to this. U.S. is $33 trillion in debt. That is 123% of our debt to GDP. Next is China at 14. So do you see the difference? We're $20 trillion over the next world power in debt. The only one that's debt to GDP that's around us, Japan, of course, has more. They are only $10 trillion in debt, but that's 255% of their GDP. Here's what you can't miss. The coming banking problems, the coming financial collapse across our nations, across the world, is the perfect introduction into CBDC. So guess what? This is where I always come back to crypto. While you're pouring your money into crypto because it looks like it's doing great, while you're pouring your money back in the stock market because all of a sudden we're getting a pivot from the Fed, you are literally putting your money in those established things for the whole financial issue to crumble, and then your money's already tied up digitally. It's a perfect way to say, you know what, your money's already here. Let's just move it straight into CBDC. If we can't cash it out, there's no such thing anymore. Don't you see it? Number 2, have you heard about Operation Prosperity Guardian? Where do they come up with these names? Pentagon launches expansive naval coalition to defend the Red Sea passage. Here we are again, as other wars are starting to go down, conflicts are starting to subside. We know we're not trying to give too much more money to Ukraine. Now let's open another situation where our Navy needs to be implementing new operations in the Red Sea. I said this last week. Not only Democrats pushing this, Republicans are too. Yes, we want safety and security for passage of boats, but here we are. We're the ones introducing this. We're the ones taking this over and saying, you know what? We need to make sure that we're going to police this area from terrorists. We need to put the Navy there. So more of your tax dollars are being spent everywhere else. All the while, your border is literally open for business. And number 3, that kind of rolls into it. Texas Governor Abbott passed a law saying that it is illegal. It's a state crime to cross the border. He's very good at word salad. He's very good at all talk and no action. Sadly, Texas has done more than most of the border states, but there's still people pouring over into the country. Go to Twitter and look at the video that Citizen Free Press and even Owen Schroyer did about they're just literally Texas guards standing there with the Border Patrol and just allowing buses to come through, allowing buses of people to flow into our country. To have a court date 28, 29, if we even have a country then. Come on. Don't believe these politicians when they say we're doing action. We're passing laws. It's all talk. and no action. Number 4, HUD, the House and Urban Development, came out and said that record high numbers of homelessness in America. Isn't it funny how we are literally housing immigrants, but we're allowing veterans, we're allowing our own people, and I'm not saying they made right choices. Some of these homeless people may have made bad choices in life, but we're allowing people who come across illegally into our country to have beds to sleep in, and taxpayers have to pay for it, all the while our citizens are laying on the ground, and homelessness is at a record high in Biden's America. This is the number that was reported. House and Urban Development indicated that around 653,000 people were homeless, and that number is the highest they've ever had on record. Now, what is encouraging? Number 4, shoppers at Costco snatch up $100 million worth of gold bars just in the last quarter. What people are realizing is that this economy is falling to pieces. For all the people who are drinking the Kool-Aid and they're allowing their money to go digitized into a crypto cycle or go into the stock markets or go straight into their banks and not protecting their money, I love to see people saying, you know what? I'm not going to do that. I'm going to look at real estate. I'm going to look at bartered goods. I'm going to look at prepping items. I'm going to look at gold. These are the things that we should be doing, people. You have to find ways and means to figure out what money really is. Money is not just the fact of having a dollar. Money is not just having wealth in the stock market. The true currency, true way of life, true sustainability is having something that is worth something to someone else. Bartered goods, prepping items, food, water, security, and gold. Gold is valuable across the world. I'm so glad that companies like Costco is doing this. Now, I've never bought Costco gold. I haven't. But I think it's phenomenal. You're starting to see companies wake up and say, you know what? If we're going to help people, at least we're not going to talk about gender equality. We're not going to talk about boys and girls and try to pass these crazy policies in our store. We're worried about the culture issues. We're going to try to help people out. Buying gold is phenomenal. And they probably made tons of money on this purchase. But you see, that's how capitalism works. They're able to say, here's the freedom. If you choose to purchase it, you can. We're making money. You're buying safety and security. Everybody wins. And last story, U.S. nuclear sub arrives in South Korea for the 3rd time this year. Why are we sending our nuclear subs out into the ocean? Because we want to show strength, just like Russia's doing with us. It's amazing that we live in such an adversarial world where everybody is threatening nuclear war. Do you not see the fact that we're just sitting literally in a Cold War? And again, it's because we have this weak leader in office. We have to get back to a stable situation. I love when people say we can't wait to get somebody like a grown man back in the White House. I can't wait to see normalcy back in the White House. Good, honest people. This has been the worst 2 to 3 years we've ever seen, probably since Carter when it comes to inflation and interest, but also weak leadership across the board. The world is falling to pieces, and we can say thank you to our administration. So now solutions. We see homelessness. We see the fact that people can't afford to live. We see the fact that inflation and interest is crazy. Debts are going up, not only for governments, but for people. People don't know where to put their money. U.S. military going all over the world without having the numbers even met for recruitment. And we can blame this on one thing, the way we vote and the way we have media manipulation. Just like me, I'm getting ghosted on here. I understand that. I hope that you will keep sharing our videos. But until we're able to speak about these things, honest and open, that's why I'm glad Twitter is available. Until we're allowed to speak about these things, people are so blindsided, and they are literally the proverbial ostrich in the sand. They keep their heads buried and just think it's all going to be okay. It's not affecting me. The border's not affecting me because I don't live on the border. That's what we hear. Crypto's not affecting me because I'm not putting money in crypto. The stock market's not affecting me because I don't even have enough money to put in the stock market. All the while, all this works together in the fact that we're looking at a true global reset. And if we don't pay attention and we don't start prepping, it's going to be very problematic for us. Now, what can you do? None of these stories you can do one thing about. An honest man once said, quit worrying about the things you can't do anything about and start worrying about the things you can do things about. Now, what does that mean? That means you have to get your house in order. If you're buying gold and you're buying bartered items and you're taking care of your defense and you're buying food and you're making sure that you're covering your bases, then when things go south, at least you're going to try to do better. At least you're going to have a foot up compared to most people because you're not the proverbial head in the sand ostrich. You're doing something about it. If you've got 3 to 5 years worth of food, 7 years worth of food, Joseph in the Bible with the Egyptians, he prepared them so therefore they didn't really feel the problems that they were going to be having when it comes to the famine. He was prepared. Now, did that mean it was not hard? No, I imagine it was a very hard time to live, but he had the answers. It's going to be challenging over the next coming months and years, especially for elections, especially with all the things that you're going to hear, with all the fake news, all that stuff is going to happen. But if you prepare yourself, you're going to have a leg up on the situation. You're going to build community. People are going to come to you for wisdom and advice and common sense. Let's work together and say, you know what, we can't change these things that Biden's doing, but we can change our own house, and we can raise our family in a way that represents Christ, and we can be prepared. I challenge you. 2023 is coming to an end. 2024 is going to even be more crazy. We have another year of this, along with the fact of crazy news cycles when it comes to more volatility in the world, more debts, and an election. Please start preparing. Take care of your family. I don't think we even know what's coming. But if we are prepared and we have things that we need, no matter what comes, no matter how hard it is, as long as we spiritually prepared and we start preparing ourselves in all these other aspects, we'll be okay. We can do this. We can do better. But it takes us working together, and it takes us seeing truth and having a common sense approach. Let me know your thoughts. Remember, we're going to be giving away a big pack of stuff for Christmas on the live tonight, so please check it out. We can't wait to go live. It's going to probably be around 7-ish, 7:30-ish, but please stay tuned to that. Share our videos because we are getting so ghosted lately, so held down, so we need you to help. Give us a thumbs up, comment below, and share our videos. Thank you guys for watching. God bless. Happy homesteading, y'all.